No. So for her, getting married to an Osu is a non-negotiable, which I think does not make any form of sense. By the way, we're live on Facebook, so you can actually join us on Facebook. Oluwafemi, why can't you hear what I'm saying? What's the problem? Is any other person having issues with hearing me, please? Is any other person having issues with hearing me? Okay, thank you. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, guys. Thank you. All right, so for those of us that are not Igbo, that do not know what Osu is, so Osu is like, they are regarded as outcasts, yeah? So they live in the same village with you, in the same society with you, but you can't get married to them because they said in the past, they actually, what's it called now? They dedicated them to the gods, yeah? So because of that, you can't marry them, right? So then Violet is saying that is a non-negotiable for her, even though I think it makes no sense whatsoever, right? So now, having said my own preamble, do you guys think that family background is very important when it comes to picking your life partner? And if you think so, can you give an example of some of the things that you feel are non-negotiables for you when it comes to family backgrounds? Who would like to talk first? Please, if you have something to say, could you please raise your hands? I see Toby has a lot he wants to talk about. So Violet, please, could you unmute Toby so that we can have Toby talk to us right now, please? Please unmute Toby.
Hello, can everybody hear me?
Toby.
Hey, boost, 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 boost. He don't say. How
He
that you
don't say, man. He don't say.
Network, oh, let me be great network. Anyways, so basically, I think can everybody hear me? Can everybody hear me?
Yes,
Sandra, please respond. Can everybody hear me? Hey, Ocean.
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. So whatsoever. The reason why you should also check for background is because you are not just marrying the person, you are also marrying their family. These people will be parts and parcel of whatever your life will contribute. So it's essential that you know the kind of family you're marrying into, so that it will avoid stories that touch. I really do not have examples, but we can play a scenario now. For example, like this Osu thing you're talking about now. A lot of us don't think this whole marriage thing through. So he's an Osuna. You don't know whether they have actually sacrificed themselves to the gods. Then you now marry the person. Then the next thing, your children now fall in line to be sacrificed. Yes, I know that you can break curses with God's intervention and everything, but is the person, whoever you're married, are you mentally ready to go through that breaking of chains instead of just avoiding it and just marry someone that is normal? In quotes, if you understand what I mean. So there are some people that have different characters that, for example, now, some Yorubas. So, for example, now, I marry an Igbo girl. My younger sister, the Igbo girl must greet my younger sister as an elder, like, good afternoon, auntie, how are you? But she's my younger sister. Do you understand what I'm saying? Can someone say something so that I know that I'm talking to people?
Toby, you are talking to people, we hear you.
Okay, so in that kind of situation, you should understand the kind of family you are entering. If that's what they do, I'm just giving examples now. If that's what they do, so that you know whether you can live with it or you be like, no, I cannot take this rubbish. So that you don't get into marriage is difficult as it is. Don't add issues to it. Two people coming from different backgrounds is enough to start a world war. Then you now add your family to it. It's going to be really frustrating. So we should not just go into marriage. I love this person, it's fine. Think about the person's family you are going to. Do they do omugo? Are they helpful people? Are they what's the word now? Do they have competition in their family? Do you understand? Do they cooperate in their family? Do you understand? Are they people that they do things individually? You need to find all these things out before you now say, okay, I love this person and I'm willing to go through all this with this person. If not, you'll now be asking silly questions that what's going on? But you saw all these things before you got married to this person, and you did not make up your mind whether you would be able to handle this or not. Most of the times we don't tell ourselves the truth. We let love blind us. And I don't blame Violet. Violet knows what she might have seen or what she has said. That's why she said, "Men also I no do." And you cannot blame her or say
Sorry,
that it's
Toby.
wrong.
Jamal, yes, you can type your question.
Okay. So you don't know what Violet don't see where she says she not do. Do you understand? So you need to look at the family background and say, yes, I can deal with this, or no, I will not be able to deal with this. It will hurt if you're already in love with the person, but you have to carry your brain inside this thing, or else you get frustrated when you get into the marriage. If there's a yearly thing they do in their house, like December party or something, and you're not used to it in your own house, you have to adjust. Will you be willing
No,
to adjust to such a?
Toby,
Okay, I'm
can I
listening.
put a question? Okay, yeah, can I put a
Yes,
question to you? So you're so
yes,
keen on,
yes.
you're like, you've gone on and on saying, oh God, I missed 412. You've gone on and on saying, you've gone on and on saying, oh, you have to check the family, you have to check this, you have to check that, you have to check this. But don't you think that there's some exceptions where I could be from a bad family, but I'm a good person? So because I'm
True.
from a bad family, and I myself am a good person, so you won't get
True.
married.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Now, if you're a good person, I have to make up my mind that I'll have to deal with your family. If I don't make up my mind, we are going to have trouble because I will always be on you. I will attack you. That why is your family doing this? Why are they doing that? And it will frustrate the marriage. Remember, the marriage is the most important thing right here. And if you are not game with all the factors, his family, your family, you are not saying, okay, I can deal with these people. I have made up my mind that whatever comes, I will handle it. Then you are going to have problems. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way at all. You cannot. I don't know what failed me right now, but there's no way. So that's my
Okay.
own 2 cents on the whole matter. That's my 2 cents. It matters. Family backgrounds, they matter a lot. A lot. They are going to come for parties, they're going to come for birthdays, they are going to go for your wedding. Do you understand? They're going to come.
Yeah.
Do you get? So you're not just marrying this person, you're marrying his family. They will me. I know how it was with my own aunties and my uncles, and we are a family that we parapor. We are always together. We cooperate. Then you're not gonna be with someone that they don't cooperate. They are individualistic. You get frustrated now because you that you are used to harmony. You will now go somewhere that they don't really give it them. That won't make sense. So you need to check. And there are two things: check and make up your mind to deal with such family if you choose to go through with it. Because most of the time we lie to ourselves. You say love, I love you, don't worry, it won't matter. Until you people start throwing punches, that's when you understand. That's my 2 cents, yeah. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Toby. Thank you very much. Titi, I
You're
see you making a
welcome.
lot of comments here. You are a visitor here. You are a visitor, so just calm down, okay? Stop making comments unnecessarily. If not, I walk you out of here. Okay, right. Violet, please, could you unmute Kezi? Kezi seems like she has a lot of things to add to this matter here. Can you unmute Kezi, please? Let's hear Kezi's thoughts. You know, Kezi has a way of throwing everybody off balance with her own thoughts. Violet, please unmute Kezi. Thank you. Kezi, please, let's hear your thoughts on this.
Hi, guys. Good evening. Can we all hear me?
Yes, we can.
I've missed you guys, though. I feel like hugging everybody. Yeah. Chai.
Give us virtual hugs.
People should take hugs, everybody. Take kisses. Mwah, 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 mwah. I miss you all. Hope you guys are keeping safe. Oh.
Yes, we are.
On this issue, it's not very hard. I know most of us here we're going to argue that love conquers all. Love is strong. Love is this. But on this one, I'm going to go with Toby. Love cannot conquer family background. It's really very strong. It's really very deep because you're not really not marrying that person. You're marrying the whole family. You know what I'm saying? Family background goes deeper than just the person you are marrying. There's so many things that are involved. Their lives, like I have an auntie. I'm sorry that I like story a lot. I'm sorry. I have an auntie that got married to this man. she was getting old, so she didn't have any history about the man. They just met. He's a military man, and they got married. 2 years down the line, they didn't have any children. When they now found out, they found out that the man in his lineage, they don't give birth to children until they are 60. Might sound very funny, but it's true. They don't have any kids until they are 60. And she, I don't understand. How can you stay like that? You don't have any kids. And the marriage broke. So it's not very easy when we say, I want to marry somebody without knowing their background. You have to, it might even cut the law, it might even scatter the law, but you have to take it like that because this thing is very, very deep. So that's my 2 cents. Thank you very much. I have a call. Sorry. Thank you. Bye, guys. Hello.
All right. Thank you, Kezi. You guys, I'm very, very confused. Like, are we not supposed to be Christians? What the hell is Osu? Pardon me. What is Osu, please? Seriously, love should conquer all. The fact that I'm in love with you and I'm a Christian, it should conquer all. Chiamaka says she wants to talk. You guys, I don't understand how it is that family background should matter. Violet is there telling me that what if madness runs in their family? For crying out loud, how can madness be hereditary? It makes no sense to me. I believe that.
How far now?
Violet,
Sandra, I want to talk.
Isoko way of talking. Please mute Kezi. You know she's an Isoko girl. All right. So, like I was saying,
Sandra, mind is up.
Like, how can you say madness runs in a family? Me personally, I want to believe that if I'm in love with somebody, I'm in love with that person, and I'm marrying that person. You know. So, I don't know. Let's hear from other people. Chiamaka, please. Are you serious? Are you seriously telling me that madness is hereditary? I do not want to believe that, please. I refuse to believe that. Please unmute Chiamaka so that she can air her views.
Sandra, I want to talk now.
At 7:30. Reba will be joining us at 7:30 so that he can share his own thoughts. So we have about how many more minutes now? 5 minutes or thereabout before he joins us. Chiamaka, please, can you talk? All right, Vale, please, can you before you unmute Chiamaka, I see Caleb is itching to say something. Please, can you unmute Caleb? Let's have Caleb, then we'll have Sebi, and then we'll have Chiamaka.
Okay. Good evening, everybody.
Hi, Caleb. How are you?
Sandra,
I've missed you.
I've missed you guys in Lagos. How are they?
We did fine, oh. Caleb, your network is bad. Guys, Reverend has joined us, so party after party. Hey, Daddy, we missed you. Oh,
can you guys hear me?
How are you?
We're fine. We missed you.
I missed all of you. Oh, yeah, so well.
Good evening, sir.
Hey, Caleb, how are you?
Good evening, sir. Sir, I'm fine,
Caleb,
sir.
how are you? Are you here in Abuja enjoying yourself?
Sir, I'm fine, sir. Yes, sir, I am, sir.
Toby Loba, how are you? Toby Loba, how are you? Oh, good. Continue. Ignore me. I cannot hear.
Okay. Okay, sir. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Okay, like I was saying before, I said 100%. It is important you do a family background. Like in the office where I work, before you get married to anybody in the office, they will do what is called a family background. They go as far as checking your primary school, where you went to school, secondary school. If you attended a university, they will also go there to confirm your person. If you did NYSC also, they will also go there. They will also visit your hometown. Like the Igbos, what the Igbos do, there's what is called Ijo Ajuju, where your family will send people or delegates to go to the girl's family or the guy's family to know about what is common among them, or if that family is of if they have a good reputation. For instance, you might not know there is that madness runs in the family, but your people that will go on your behalf for that thing called background check, they will go to ask about those family from people around them to know exactly how they are. If they are well behaved, if the mother fights the dad, or if the dad also fights the mom, or if there's any other thing that is not ideal for any of those families to accept. So for me, I think it's very, very important that a background check be conducted on whosoever you are going to marry. My office do same. I'm sure some other government agencies and parastatals do same. Like in some, there's always okay. Like I was saying, that thing called background check. If you are going to be appointed or given some sensitive position, government do some running. They go to check about your background. So if you are, um, sorry, I might not be speaking in plain language now. I might not be speaking in plain language now. But in essence, what I'm trying to say is background check is important for anybody that is about entering into any relationship. Please do not shy away from it. Love day, yes. There's that thing called love. But you also need to know the person you're marrying. You also need to know the background of the person you're marrying. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Sebi. Everybody seems to be believing that. So let me bring you up to speed. So everybody seems to be believing that it's family background actually matters. It's a non-negotiable when it has to do with marriage. I personally do not think so, because I feel like if I'm going to get married, I'm going to get married to that person, right? So if the person is, so Violet is saying sometimes madness could run in a family. So if you do the background check and madness runs in the family, run away for your life. She's saying she can't get married to someone that's an Osu. I mean, I just feel like all those things are not the person's fault, that the person was born into a family like that. And then I feel like the person is a good person, right? That you should just go ahead. So, but that's just my personal opinion. So I would have Sebi talk and then Chiamaka talk before we now have Reverend give us his take on this issue. Violet, could you please unmute Sebi so that we can hear him talk? Hi, Sebi. Okay, so if Sebi isn't ready, Violet.
Hello.
Oh, hi, Sebi.
Hello. Yeah, Sandra, how are you?
I'm fine, Sebi. Nice to see you again.
I hope nobody is seeing my face.
No, we're not seeing your face.
Okay, good. Yeah, it's nice to be here once again. It's been a while. Why Chiamaka laughing? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we
I know that
can.
doing thing. So the family background thing, I wasn't really. I was ready to come in through another angle, but a lot of people have said so many things. For me, I still stand my own ground. I think the person is the most important thing, not just the. Yes, it's good to do family background check and all those things, but most importantly, the person. Are you okay with that particular person you want to settle with? And then if you really love the person and you want to be with that person, most of those other issues that come around, we'll be able to manage them or be able to walk through them because of love. You understand? So, I don't think it's something that should be a breaking factor. Or it all depends on what exactly that could be. But most of these other reasons that have been thrown up here, I don't think is enough to make one say he's not going to get married to whoever he or she has chosen. So that's my own stand. Thank you.
Thank you,
Sandra, were you
Sebi.
hearing me?
At least I have someone on my side. Thank you. The person should be more important than the background. That's what me I believe as well. So Chiamaka, you've been disturbing my eyes. Please, can you say something? Let's hear your thoughts. Let's hear your thoughts, and we hear Toby's thoughts. Then Reverend takes over. Vale, please unmute Chiamaka. Okay, so while we wait for Chiamaka, can you please unmute Toby? Toby said he wanted to say something to counter something I said. So let's hear from Toby. Please unmute Toby. Thank you. Violet. Okay, she said she's having an issue with unmuting them. I don't know what the problem is. Chamaka, please check if you can unmute yourself. Chamaka and Toby, please check if you can unmute yourselves. So they can't unmute themselves. Violet, please, could you help unmute them?
Everybody today.
Sandra, I'm on.
All right, so she has to unmute everybody because she was having issues unmuting a specific amount of people. So please, I want please could we have just and Chama? Can the rest of us mute ourselves? Could we all mute ourselves so that we can have talk, please?
Say that thing. That's what
I need you. I need you next thing, but I wanted to
Don't let this them on after
Hey, the ball. This is one that you're kicking on the other side.
Toby, can we have you, please? Hello, Toby. Chamaka.
No, bro.
Please now.
No, bro.
Please.
No.
Chamaka. Okay, since nobody's talking, Festus, can I have your comments, please? You said you had a comment. Can we please hear your comments, Festus?
If you do something. What?
Paula, please unmute Femi so that we can have his comments.
All right. My number. Wait. Wait, oh.
Violet, please unmute Femi. Let him talk. Okay, so I think we seem to be having a bit of network connection issues because we don't. Okay, so Reverend is saying something. The issues that should determine and influence our answer from a proposal or otherwise. Okay, so I think we're having issues on muting some people, right? Chamaka, can you try unmuting yourself so that you can talk? Then we can have Reverend talk. We want to make this session as brief as possible, not like the normal elongated 412 session. Violet, can you please unmute Chamaka?
Okay, I'm on now. Sandra, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I've heard a lot of people talk about this thing, and everybody's saying that your background check matters a lot. So I'm saying, where is the love? Where is the love? So you have been dating someone. Basically, when people do background check is when they are ready to get married. Most people, when they're dating, they don't even bother having that in mind. They'll just ask few questions. But when they now want to get married, you now want to travel to the village, like Maribo people, to go and ask questions. What if you now go ask questions about the family and they gave you a wrong information about the person? And again, I'm just saying that there is a place for individuality. You can come from a family that they have certain ways of doing things. They have hot temper, this happens. But you as a person, you find out that this thing is in your family and you have worked on yourself and you have stood out. So I think family background is a no-no for me. Though it matters, but it's not a total, it can't be dependent.
It's not a non-negotiable.
Yeah, it's not a must that must just look at is this one from, like people that are saying for Sue. I'm just asking, why are you saying an outcast, which is back then matters for you? If the person is an outcast, they are dedicated to the gods. What happens to where scripture told us that if any man is in Christ Jesus, is a new creature? So why will you not be judging someone from what
he or she is not even aware of. She was just giving birth and saw herself inside this thing. So I still believe that family background is making a family, checking the background is quite important, but it should not be a deciding factor.
Yeah,
it shouldn't be a deciding factor, because people change, and people have choices. So you're marrying the person, it's not the family. The family, you're marrying, like they say in Africa, you're marrying the family. But sometimes individuals stand out. I've seen people that come from a bad family and they're absolutely nice people. So I think background check is important, like I said, but it depends on the person. It shouldn't be a deciding factor, main deciding factor, because we are talking about love. You love this person. So if you find something about them that is not nice, you now decide not to marry the person. What if you now marry the person that they have a good background, it comes from a good background, and at the end of the day, things goes wrong? So that's my opinion. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Kezi, you are talking in the nonsense. You are talking in the nonsense. So I hear Kezi say, oh, love hasn't been able to cure madness. Love hasn't been able to cure blindness. Oga, I just feel like, why would you even say that family madness and blindness are hereditary? Are you guys being serious right now? So it's so exciting that we've heard what everybody has said. So let's just give Coach his time to, just let us know his own thoughts. Sir, are you ready for us? Vale, please unmute Coach. Sir, are you ready for us? Violet, could you help us unmute Coach? Yes, Kezi. Violet was giving me examples of somebody in my village. Oh my God, Nepa. Violet was giving me example of somebody in my village that has blindness running in their family. So she was giving me example of how the man was blind. Everybody was blind in their family, blah, blah, blah. So she's saying, Cobams, I'm sorry for using that Cobam is blind and his first son is blind. That is like, it's just all shades of, I don't understand, all shades of wrong. So Violet, please, could you help us unmute Coach? Let's hear his thoughts. Please put on the gen. Violet.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
I was jotting my thoughts down for you to see. I think I've posted it. Read my thoughts. Now, okay. My thoughts are very simple. Can you read it out for me?
Personal vision and ambition in life. Faith in God. Family background. Personal plans and dreams for the home. Finance and work life. Beauty and presentable personality. Friends.
I was writing it before Violet unmuted me. Good evening, everybody. Let me share my thoughts with you. My thoughts are very simple. I've written down some of the things that should determine what you will do. Good evening, everybody. Before you make a decision with respect to marrying somebody, I totally agree that you should do a family background. However, I also agree that should not determine your final decision. Like many things that influence our final choice, and our answer will give to a man that proposes to us or a woman we intend to propose to. There are many things we all look out for, and for many people, they all carry different grades. I've written out 7 things there. Some will say values and morals. So for Violet, or for Sandra, or for Toby, they may say, oh, what will influence my decision more? I've given you like 7 things. The reason people do courtship or you do friendship before courtship is to know the person you are marrying. How do I know the person I'm marrying? Part of, or I intend to marry, part of a person is his family background. What kind of family did this person come from? That, in some people like me, this only played 10-15% of my decision. It didn't play a 40-50% of my decision. So I agree with Sebi when he said that thing may be important, but should not play a pivotal role in making up my mind to marry a woman I want to marry. If, for instance, when I met my wife and I found out that her family, there are lots of drunk people there, there are ungodly people there, there are social freaks, there are many people that divorce. When I say family background, if in the family out of 6 children, 4 of them or 5 of them are divorced and are back in their parents' house, and the mother is the one encouraging them to divorce, is likely going to affect mine. Even if I propose to her, she say yes, and we do our 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, and we're fighting always, it's likely the mother will say, come back home. So you also want to ensure that when you do family background, you are asking family values. Because there's some family that have old, dear, serious values. I was counseling a couple a few months ago last year, and the mother was encouraging her daughter to leave the home. When I use what family background, I'm not speaking about only Osu or no Osu. We're saying family values. What kind of home is this person I'm marrying from? Where is he from? Because those are the things that will shape his or her own values as well. It will shape. Now, that doesn't mean the person may not like a family or like his family because of certain things. I came from a very strong Muslim background. My wife checked me out. In fact, Sandra, I wish my wife were to be here tonight. I would have called her to join us. She was going to say no to marry me. She was going to say no. The only reason she was going to say no to marry me was my family. Because her aunt told her that there was a case of a Muslim that converted to be a pastor in my wife's family, that when they now got married, that the family now was so brutal to that lady that man married. And eventually the man divorced the lady and married somebody else. Because now it's polygamy, that in Islam, polygamy is still there. And the family did not stop, that man. So when they now sat my wife down, then my fiance, and they had a family meeting in their family, they said, we've done a background check on the Kasandis, so they are Muslims, so their father had 7 wives, their mother had 3 husbands, my mother had 3 husbands, my dad had 7 wives, and that some of my siblings are all divorced, that this man may go back to Islam. Remember that pastor, so in our family, once you come from Muslim background, they are all right. It had to take one woman who I taught in Bible school, who happened to also be a member of my wife's family, who said that pastor is a different pastor. He's not even happy that his family are Muslims. This one is not going to backslide. My wife was a bit scared, and she shared her fears with me that I ticked all the boxes. But this family background, are you hearing me? That Reverend Kasali may go back to be a Muslim or may believe in polygamy. Check the values of the family. Why? In Africa, unlike the West, we believe a lot in family because we have things we are doing together. So when we say check the family background, nobody here should say don't check a family background. Check, like a referral. However, what are you looking for in the family background? Are you looking for an Osu? Don't look, that's a traditional view that some people are outcasts. Are you trying to weigh their family values and their morals and what they elevate about their views about divorce, separation, their views about their marriage and entirety? So there's nothing wrong with checking out the kind of family you're marrying into. Meanwhile, some people are checking family background to know if they are from the, what's that guy's name, that boy that is as far as the billionaire that sings, Davido. If it's a Davido family, then we are married into that family because of money, you know? So some people just, when they say family background, they're looking for money bags. That's not enough. You got money bags and they will throw you out if you misbehave. So there's nothing wrong if you check a family background. However, all this idea of, is there madness in that family? Is there blindness in that family? All those things are not the issues, my opinion. When you're checking out family background, you are checking out to know the values, their views on certain things that matter to you, and how many other things they've done. So now, but even that, Sandra and others, what we should be asking is, how should we rate that? How should we weight it among the 7 things? I've given you 7 things there now. All of you look at those 7 things, weigh them one by one. How do you weigh them? Will you weigh family background 10% of your decision? So if, for instance, it's 50%, and then vision for life. What is your vision for life? My dear Toby, you are proposing to me, tell me your next 10 years. I don't have any plan. Tonight, the reason I came to this place late was I was counseling a young lady over the phone. And what she was complaining about with her husband is, my husband has no plan, no plan, no plan. I said, no, sir, my husband is in mid-40s I'm married family years. He has no plan. He has no plan. I'm tired. I want to go. I counseled a young woman a few years ago, and she was telling me that her husband of 15 years has no plan for the next 5 years. That the last 15 years, she's been the one drafting a plan for their future. So even if you come from a very good family and the man has no plan, will you be happy? Even if you love it, you are in love with the man going nowhere. In another 5 years, you're both to be complaining. Even if the family is good, and the man has no plan, no vision for his own life, you are in trouble. What about faith for God, faith in God? How much will you rate? Me, I will rate faith in God 25%. I will rate plan for marriage or plan. There are two plans there. There is one for plans and dreams for the home. For my home, there are two different things. I can have a plan for life and have no plan for my home. So what all of you should be doing is to be rating those things. I don't have a plan for my home. I will marry, I'll put a woman at home. I will give her to children. But some other people can have dreams. I told my wife when I was proposing to her, I said, I have a dream that every year, twice a year, we'll go for our vacation, we'll spend family time together. When she noticed that I have a personal burden for building a family, unlike my late father, she asked me why. I said, my dad had no plan for us. My dad was rich, but he had no plan for children, no plan for his home. My father had many wives. He had no personal plan for his home. A few days ago, one of my brothers is broke, and I sat back and I said, if this my brother, if my daddy had a plan for all his children, sent all of them to university, but had no plan for them, all the Kasani should be doing very well today. Why? He had no plans. He just thought, I'll give it to you. You guys go to the world, go and struggle, go and make it on your own. So, what is his personal plan and dreams for the home and children? What's his family faith in God? What about his personal plan and ambition for life? One can have this and have no that. One can have that, like my father had, but had no this. My father wanted to become a big man, he was a big man. Build a big factory, he did. Buy lands, he bought. But excuse me, sir, do you have plans for your children? Your mother is there, you have 7 wives, you have 16 children. Their mothers will tell me what they want their child to do. That was my father. My father left the plan for the children in the hands of the wise. And my own mother was not literate, she was an illiterate, so I had to live with my stepmother. So I had to grow up to evolve a plan for my own life. You get the point? Evolved a plan for my life. You know, so we have to look at all those small things. I'm telling you from life experience. Why? My personal counseling. 2, I counseled a lady today. She was in complaint that her husband has no plan for the next 5 years. Reverend Kasani, I can't go there. I can't marry, I'm tired, I'm tired. I said, don't be tired. In my mind, did you know when we married him? Did you ask those questions? So I've asked him, my dear, what is your plan for the next 10 years? Let people have a plan, and not succeed. They don't have no plan. Have a plan, and we don't achieve it. If you have no plan, you will achieve it, no plan. Because it's not easy to achieve. No plan in life is the easiest thing to achieve. Do nothing, you achieve nothing. So these are my thoughts with respect to your main question. I hope you've been blessed. What you should do now is to look at those points I gave to you and begin to put them into perspective. Each person here today, sit on your own and say for me, how will I rate this? So if now begin to tick the boxes, give one 10%, one 5%, one 5%, one 15%, then when you now begin to meet the woman, you now begin to mark that script yourself. If you score 75%, marry. If your result is less than 50%, run. Run. From the things I've shared with you, if you score 75, marry. If it's less than that, run. So my conclusion is this. Family background is necessary, but should not carry more than 10-15% of your weight, of your mark in ticking the boxes. There's nothing wrong with information. Do not run from information. Who am I marrying? Where is he from? Family background is where is he from? Who am I marrying is different. Where is he from is different. Now, because where he's from will influence who I'm marrying. For instance, my son asked me, Daddy, why won't you let me marry a white lady? I said, the lady can be good, but she's white. Where she's from will affect my relationship with my in-laws. Oyinbo man no sabi this thing. Oyinbo will not say, how you doing, Matthew? Don't call me Matthew, call me Reverend. You know, and then the girl can look at it and say, hey, hi, Dad. See, why are you sitting down there? I won't take that nonsense for my son, daughter. So who am I marrying? Where is the person from? You know, you have to consider all those things. That where, I'm not saying tribe, because that where has to do with the background. Even God said, do not marry from outside Israel, because they will influence you like they influenced Solomon. Because you cannot divorce a man or a woman from his roots totally. There could be one or two things the person will not like in the roots, but the family background is important. Or which family is coming from, or she's coming from, is important. But do not carry a lot of weight. Like Sebi said, should not influence you more. The only decision I want to know is if the woman is from is she beautiful and presentable? Yes. Does she have a good job? Yes. Does he or she have plans and dreams for our home? Yes. We share the same dreams. Do we share values? Yes. If we share values, our family will have and take their place. My wife and I share the value that family should not be, our extra family should not be more important than our personal family. So our immediate family is more important than our external family. And in making our decisions, we make sure those are the things that influence us in making those decisions. Thank you very much, Sandra. Over to you. Caleb's hand is up for additional questions.
Vale, please, can you unmute me?
You're unmuted, we can hear you.
All right, so we have loads of questions here. So Toby is asking a question, sir. He's saying that, so yes, you said that we should make pause, right? But now he's saying that would this cause be coming from a biased place, seeing that some of the way I would score will be based on my personal preference. So wouldn't there be a bias if I'm doing the scoring?
Oh no, you should, Toby, you should be your own scoring. It's a personal scoring of the person you want to marry. In this mind, you are the one setting the exam question. You are the one that will say, this person passed my desire. Because everybody here knows, let me tell you why, Toby. If you ask us now, all of us here now, to score these things, to weight it, not to score it, to weight it, you'll be surprised that somebody else will give ambition and vision 20% and give beauty 5%. Somebody else, a woman, can give finances and cash prospect for the future 25%. Now the person married, Violet can tell you the person married must have cash. Other things 5%. You know, so each person will say this is what is priority to me. To me, Kasali, if I have to help you score, I will score faith 15-20%. I will score beauty 5-10%. I will score vision for life, which is very important. For marriage, another 10%. I will score personal dreams and home 15%. 15%. Because I want to know what your dreams are. You see, a marriage is a business entity, but it's a partnership, emotional partnership. So treat it like a business, but emotional business. Then I also have another business outside that I'm doing. That one is financial business. If I make it here and I'm sad here, there's no way I'll be happy in life. So I want to make sure this person shares my values for home. What kind of home should we build? Come home, my dear. I don't want us to make noise. Me too. If we have 1 million, let's take it as a smoker. Me too. But if you have a woman that says, no, if you have it, flaunt it. Every year, you must buy a new car. If you have to go and borrow, I have a new furniture. You are in trouble. Big trouble. Because our personal vision for our home is to give an impression of larger than life that she doesn't have. So you have to ask those simple, salient questions. My wife and I discussed and said, even when we have money, people will know. We can live in a small place for 5 years, but our bank account is fat. As long as both of us are happy. For instance, when I built my house in Abuja many years ago, 17 years ago, we had rooms. She and I believe that there can only be one master's bedroom. There cannot be one mistress. No matter how rich we are, we both agree we will share only one room together till we die. So in all my houses, we've never had master's bedroom, mistress bedroom. But there's some rich men that when they've been in the house and they're Christians, they'll say, this is master's bedroom. That is madam's bedroom. What's madam's bedroom? What's madam's bedroom? Those are the little things you discuss to show your value for marriage, to show who we are. Do we want to make noise about our wealth? No. Should we live a quiet, modest life? Yes. So both of you believe in that. And some don't believe in that. Some want to make noise in church. Let's go and borrow. Let's show them that we have arrived. Who are you showing? So those little things are important. You'll be surprised that the reason many marriages are breaking and fighting is those little issues that they refuse to iron out. They saw them. So you should weigh this thing yourself and then begin to now score the lady. You first say, this one carries 10%. That's okay. 1 out of 10. What do I give her? I give her 7 over 10, 6 over 10. This one's over 15. You now start scoring. So you now know, this person has scored less than 50% of me. Don't marry. And you must be sincere to yourself. Be honest to yourself. If you be biased, then you're not sincere with your own future. Because if I'm making my own script, I will tell myself the truth. You mean you are good here, you are bad here. If I'm deceiving myself, then I'm the worst fool in this world. Why should you deceive yourself? When you're not good, you think you are good. Tell yourself the truth. Nobody knows about the script. Nobody knows about the examiner. Nobody knows about the score. Only one person. You have designed a script for the man. You have given a lot possible marks possible for each point, and you're now giving the marks. You now total it and say, I think Sandra scores 82% on my boxes. So maybe I should change this Sandra because she loves God. She has faith. She has vision for life. Her family background is not bad. Her plans and dreams of our home is good. Her finances is okay. And she's beautiful. And well, the only thing is I don't like her friends. All her friends are crazy people. Yeah. And if that one is 10%, you give her 0. But that 0 may not matter in the total analysis, final analysis. Next question. Next question.
I have a couple of questions here. So somebody is saying your number 7 thought was friends. What do you mean by friends?
What kind of, show me your friends, I tell you who you are.
Okay.
If I see Violet and all her friends are going to nightclub, wrong. Friends influence people. Write it down. Friends influence people. When I say friends, people that go to her Facebook page, if she's lying to you, those that you see with her, those that they go out together more, those that they do things together. Friends influence people. So if I say, show me your friends, I say all your friends are career people, they don't even have, they're all single, and you are 45, I'll be afraid of you. Or show me your friends, and you don't even get the point now. So your friendship, your friends will tell us who you are. So don't ever ignore that, even though you may make efforts to change the friends, but if guys not taking, the friends will change you. The friends will change you. They will tell you, don't mind that guy. Now we date. That guy get the date. I better come out. They will influence him or her. Next question.
Time here.
Auntie Sandra.
So his question is, so I met someone last year, fell in love, then a few months later, I discovered she attends Celestial Church, like her family is deeply rooted. Her mom is a prophetess, and she can't leave the church for any reason. Secondly, she's from a broken home and is reflecting on her behavior. Now, my question is, since love conquers all, and I know my parents won't allow me marry someone that attends Select Church, should I disobey them and proceed?
It's not your parents, so it's you. From what you have said already, you have already told us not to that. You want me to tell you not to proceed. Number 1, you say she's a Select. Number 2, her mother will not let her change church. So some people are saying, okay, we'll marry. I can marry you and you still be going to a Select church. Some don't mind. I'll marry you, but I will let you attend your church. I will attend my own Pentecostal church. No problems. Ideally, when a man marries a woman, the woman should change the church. When I married, I was attending CAC, Christ Apostolic Church. And I knew that after we get married, she will come to my church. So after we got married, she came to my church, but my wife came with some other issues. And after a while, I shared with her what are from the CAC teachings and doctrines. But it took me 2-3 years because my love for her allowed me to tolerate all those things. Love will cover multitude of weaknesses. So I tolerated it, open and waiting for the time change will come. Now, 2 years, 3 years, the change came. We aligned in doctrinal beliefs, aligned in faith, and today, 25 years after, we are one of the happiest couples on earth. So there's nothing wrong with that side. When she says, no, I want to go to Fladayo, and then you are now telling me, should you go? Love does not conquer certain things that you have issues with. If you don't have issues with them, then go ahead and marry. Go ahead and marry. But if you have issues, if you have personal doubts, if those things matter to you, now they may not matter to me because my wife was in CSU, my former church, Foursquare, they didn't think I did what was right. But the marriage counselor in charge of the church of 6,000 members wrote a damning report on my own file. Do not marry Brother Yomi Kasali. I was not a pastor then. Do not marry Brother Kasali and Sister Sharon. I do not think they will be a good couple. The woman is not born again. We cannot verify she's born again. That report was a damning report. But the senior pastor then, or your late now, said, let me allow them to marry. So they were wrong. We were right. So people have made short judgmental calls on us and on you, and they could be wrong. I could be wrong. I will not say a person attending Salah is evil, but if you know it doesn't matter to you, go ahead. If you know in your heart, don't tell us in your heart that it matters, then don't go ahead.
All right, sir. Thank you. So someone is asking, sir, what's your take on LDR, long distance relationships?
No, there's a question here that I want to read before I come down. Hello, coach. I'm so happy to have you here. I have really learned a lot these few minutes. I have a girlfriend I love so much. I intend getting married to her. At the same time, I love the family she's from. Her mother is very loyal and humble to her father. You see now, he's speaking that the woman is humble, not calling the father names, not pushing the father around. But she doesn't exhibit the character of her mother. So the home is okay. And whenever I reference to her parents and tell her that that's why she can't behave like her mother, she'll be like, does an olden days and does never have passed. I'm so worried that my girlfriend don't intend learning from my mother. I need your advice on this, please, because I don't like the way she raises her voice on me. Thank you. Can you see? You're not married yet. She's raising her voice on you. My dear, run. What you are seeing now is small. And I don't know who you are, neither do I know her. But if you see a woman who does not respect, in quote, I'm not saying reverence. Do not reverence your husband. A woman should respect human beings generally. Women should, and men too. All of us should be courteous and respectful to people generally. How much more the man or the woman you intend to marry, they should go one step higher than the respect we give every other person. I have a daughter in faith. One day, before she got married, she and I, we went out and I was talking to her about her plan for marriage, blah, blah, blah. Then she said to me one day, she said, Reverend sir, I've learned a lot under you. One thing you said once that I will not forget is that I should watch out for a man, how a man treats nobodies. We speak of the character of the man. I said, yes. She said, we went out. I deliberately took my fiancé out on a dinner. And I was noting how he was respecting the waiter. The nobodies that came to give us this, that he was so courteous, he was so respectful. He used the phrases, oh, thank you, please. I said, I love this man. Because if you can respect human beings, you will respect me too now. You respect me, yeah? If you can, so I told her, I think it's a good choice. Today, they are happily married. Happily married. Both and they are doing very well. They married about 5-6 years ago. So I think you should be very careful. Look out for those little red flags. If she's already shouting at you now, raising her voice at you, and you have raised the issue, and she doesn't intend to change, then I think there are some girls looking for respect too. Some girls are still respecting their husbands or their fiancés. Respect simply means to be careful how you talk to me, be polite, be courteous. That's what respect means. It's not mean to be kneeling down. How can a woman want to marry you? She's not courteous, she's not polite, she's not careful, she raises her voice, she talks to you anyhow, like a houseboy. Run. Because in marriage, it might get worse. It might get worse. I mean, once in a while, you guys can have issues, so we can fight, but if it's a recurring decimal and it's a character issue, then it's a character flaw. I will say to you, wrong. Or get somebody to sit down with you both to discuss these issues and iron it out. Now, about long distance marriage, long distance relationship. There's nothing wrong with that. If both of you, your love can keep you together. Even though I don't support it, especially at the early stages of relationships. Early stages of relationships. Courtship must not be done with long distance. You must make sure, because it's so easy for me to be calling you and another guest in that room, and you won't know, hello, darling, I love you too. And you go off and you kiss somebody else here. It's so easy to deceive, to be hypocritical, long distance. So it's better for me to see who I want to marry live. And let me see character. Character can be hidden, very much hidden when you are not seeing each other. Because I can give you what you want to hear. I can portray what you want to see via phone or WhatsApp or Facebook. But the real issue is together. Even those together are fighting. How much more? Those that are pretend. It's so easy to pretend and live a double life when you are not seeing each other daily or regularly. For courtship and for the early part of your marriage, the first 3 to 5 years, stay together after marriage. Before marriage and courtship, I do not encourage it. Some have done it, it's worked, but I would not encourage it. Sandra, any question?
One is asking, is anything wrong with going to the next level with my partner by faith without considering the score below or above 75? So this person is saying, is there anything wrong with me just deciding to faith it?
To faith what?
So the person did not score up to the 75%, but I love the person irrespective. Is it okay to just faith it and then just go along with the person?
Let me tell you what love is. You can love the idea of marriage and not the person. What I just told you here is love. When you tell me you love somebody, that entity is defined by these points. I love Violet. I love Sandra. Hey, really? Oh, she loves God. That's faith. She has big vision for life. That's vision. If you see her plans and her dreams, that's dreams. The way she treats me, and she's beautiful. That's the person. I love. Who is this love? Who is this person? For you to know a person, these are the things that define a person. Number one, external feature is called beauty. Number two, internal feature is called virtue and character. Number three, spiritual feature is called faith. So number four, home feature is called family, where she's from. So some things you like in somebody, you keep saying, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love. When you go home, say, I think I love that girl so much. Why? If you see the way she talks to people, respect. That's what you love. Not just the body, not just the body. The body is the carcass. What is inside that carcass? What is inside that container? Content and container. People love the bottle, they don't know what is inside. Have you seen a perfume body, but a bottle that is beautiful, and you spray it? I don't like the smell. I don't like the smell. Have you felt it before? I've seen so many perfumes and I like their body structure. I like this. So can I say? Because whenever I buy perfume, when I go, I travel a lot, and I buy a lot of perfumes. I love colognes and perfumes. Perfumes for women, colognes for men. And whenever I go to that, I can spend 1 hour testing, trying. When I get one, I love this body. What's the name? I love the name. The name is Romance by Christian Dior. I love it. Can I test it? Yes. I don't like the smell. That's also human beings. You love the body. You love the name, Sandra. You love the body, beautiful. Can I see what is inside? It doesn't smell nice. That's the content. Content is the spiritual, is the faith, is the vision, is who you are marrying. What is the outside? So I don't think you should say the person scores 50% or less than 75, maybe 70. It's okay, but 50, 45, I still love the person. Then there's something wrong with your definition of love. Because what you are saying that you have rated the person low in most of these things, yet you still love the person. I think you love the idea of marrying after you are 31, 34, 29. Let me just marry John. There's no perfect man out there. We'll struggle. So I think if you're marrying for pity, there's nothing wrong. If you're marrying for pity, marry for pity. David had 4 wives. The wife he married for sympathy and pity was Abigail. Abigail's husband had died. After that marriage, Sandra, did you ever hear anything again about David and Abigail? Nothing. The woman that David really loved, was Bathsheba, and was another man's woman. And he had to kill the man to get the woman. The woman that was a trophy wife was Micah. Micah, the daughter of Saul, the former king. Whoever marries the princess, I go marry her. I mean, go marry her. The man went out, he killed Philistines. Saul said, you marry. But she was barren all her life. David just said, look, you're a trophy wife. So at least they can say that I need to have a princess in my palace. Now I'm a king. Nobody can say, I have a princess. My princess there, stay there, Joe, stay there. But the woman that was a sex object was Abishag. When he was 70 and he could not do anything anymore, they brought a beautiful girl to come and warm him up. He couldn't warm up. The girl was a sex toy, sex object. Nothing happened. But the woman that he really loved was Bathsheba. That's why Solomon, the son of Bathsheba, became the king. So you have to understand that therefore women can be a sex toy, women can be trophy wives, women can be sympathy or pity wife. Don't marry for pity. If you marry for pity, you will be there. When you now fall in love with another woman, you will cheat on that man. When love really comes inside your life, when love wanting thing, now fall in love, you will now start saying, you now start remembering it was pity, it was sympathy, it was mercy. I didn't want to. I'm not Taro, she's a Christian. We've been together for a while. Let me just do this thing, John. The thing is not there. I don't feel love, but I beg you to be ready. You know, the altar. We'll manage it. Love must be shacking you for you to marry. You must be drunk for you to marry. You must, don't tell me you don't love the person, but you want to marry the person. If I continue, I won't stop. Oh, yeah, Sandra, over to you.
That's right. We're going to be ending at 8:30, so we'll be taking just 2 more questions because I know that Daddy will take 10 minutes.
You want me to continue?
Sir?
What can go wrong marrying a lady from a single mom? I don't understand that question.
Well, I have some questions here too, sir, if you want to. All right. So I have one question here that says, should tribe be a non-negotiable when choosing a partner?
Should what?
Tribe be a non-negotiable.
No. Tribe
okay,
should not be. How can you say tribe? Tribe should not matter that much. Abba. Tribe of faith is more important than tribe in flesh. Next.
Okay. Why do couples who used to love each other during courtship often have quarrels that may lead to divorce, sir? So can love go cold? Can love die?
Yes, love can die. Love can grow hot and love can grow cold. The Bible says that very, very much. Before I found my wife 27 years ago, I was in a relationship for 4 years. And I kept telling that girl, hey, my love for you is going cold, it's going cold. There are things that kill or quench love. That's why Solomon said to a particular woman, many waters cannot quench my love for you. Because for him, he knew that other women, other love, the love he had for that woman had been quenched by all kinds of water. So the question should be, what are the love killers? That's what we should be discussing. Love can grow hot and love can grow cold. So every man and woman should note that and say, what are the things that can kill love? I love this girl, I love this man. What are the things that can kill love? Depends on the man and the woman you're in love with. For some men, it is character. For some women, it is faith. For some men, it is cash. So women, what kills their love is no cash, no love. Unfortunately for our young girls, cash is what fuels their love and kills their love. Even if the man is a monkey, does not look beautiful, is not handsome, the man does not dress well, cannot speak Queen's English, the moment the man has some cash, the lady will say, and I love him more, I love him more. So when the cash is no more there, the love can die. When the cash is fueling the love can grow. Some is character, some is faith, some is love, some is affection, some is attention. So you must find out what makes your girl say, I love you. If it's attention, till you die, you must give her attention. Always serenade her. Always make her feel good. Hey, baby, you're the finest of them all. Hey, do you know you're beautiful? She will say, my love is going hot. Find out the soft spots, the things that bring the best out of your spouse or your fiancé or fiancée. And as you know the best, also know the beast. For everybody's got a beast on the inside. We have the things that bring us out and blossom, the things that make us cruel and wicked. Don't bring out the beast, bring out the best.
Don't bring out the beast, bring out the best. All right, thank you, sir. All right, sir, I'll just take 2 questions. We have 10 more minutes to go. So I'll just quickly take these 2 questions I have here, then we would call it a day. All right, so someone is asking, good evening,
Caleb,
coach.
Caleb's hand is up. I want to answer Caleb's question later. Go ahead.
Okay. Good evening, coach. Is it okay for a lady to go ahead to marry a guy that wants her to leave whatever she's doing each time he calls on the phone or needs her attention, regardless of what he's doing?
No, she's a self-centered, selfish woman. Now, there's some women that are lonely, that have issues. If you do a psychoanalysis on them, they're like psychos or sociopaths. And if guy is not taking, if a man is in love, they can be obsessive. So if a woman feels unloved, if and whenever she calls you, you don't stop everything you're doing, you're in trouble. The woman has esteem issues. A woman should know that, hey, my husband is busy right now. My boy is busy. When he's free, he will call me. And when you call, she will not feel bad. My wife has called me now. When I was in this meeting, I told her I'll call back. When I finish and I pick my call, I say, hey, honey, how are you doing? I say, fine. I call her, she will not even bat an eye. She knows that her husband is busy. So she won't say, you must stop every time you're doing. No, there's some men like that, or women. Once they see that, please, I have to pick this call. I have to. If I don't pick this call, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. How can you be in trouble? So if you love has no fear. So I think if you are in that kind of relationship, you're already afraid. That's not love. Perfect love casts out fear. Do not go ahead. Next. Sandy Rocks. Caleb, ask your question. No.
So I think you missed it up. So it was actually a girl that married. It's a girl that is asking the question that her guy is always vexing whenever she's busy and she's not answering the call immediately.
Yes, he has insecurity issues.
Okay,
If
okay.
If it's a girl, it's different. For a guy, the guy has insecurity issues. The girl should run. That means the guy is thinking she could be cheating, she could be somebody else, she doesn't know enough. It's the same, but the same psychoanalysis. However, different reasons. One is jealousy and insecurity. The other is loneliness and reassurances. The one reassurance that you love them, that's women. Women want more reassurances than men, but men feel jealous than women. Thank you.
Okay, sir. So the final question before I allow Caleb. Caleb, bring down your hand. I will allow you. So the final question before I allow Caleb ask his question here is, please hold on for a bit. Let me get it out. All right. So this person is saying that. Okay, Caleb, you can ask your question while I try to sort this out. Vale, please unmute Caleb so that he can ask his question while I try to sort out this question.
Caleb, over to you. Caleb.
All right, so while we're waiting for Caleb, someone is asking that is anything wrong with marrying a single mother?
No, if you're in love with her. Some people get married, some people become, you have to find out the situation. Because you have to find out. Okay, my younger sister, Caleb, I'm coming home, got pregnant at age 18, 17, 18. She felt bad, she regretted it. We told her, don't abort. She didn't abort. She raised the kids, she went to school, she left school. She was not working, she now found her husband, and they got married. So you have to find out, the word single mother should not be a curse. Should never be a curse. Some people get raped, some people got messed up at 16, 17, 18, 19, and they get pregnant, and they then straighten out their life. What you should marry at those points I stressed. Does she have faith? Does she have vision? Does she have strong family background, friends, plans, finances? If she ticks all those boxes, why not? Okay, when she was 18, 19, 20, she wasn't serious with God or serious with life. Someone got pregnant. In fact, that shows that she didn't want to abort. Many young girls get pregnant and they aborted. So we have many single mothers that kill their children. This one did not kill a child. That's why she did not marry her. That's my view.
Thank you, sir. Caleb, over to you. The final question.
Caleb.
Okay.
Caleb.
Good evening, sir. Okay, quite an insightful discussion tonight, and also you've clarified so many edgy issues tonight. But sir, I want to ask this question. Like, sir, my agency where I work, you even have to get the senior man's permission before getting married. Even if she ticks all those points, she's godly, her background is good and everything. But if there is no permission granted from the senior man there, what can you do?
Well, you know, there are some agencies that we cannot discuss in public. And the reason that rule is there is because of the unique place you work. And I know the place you work, others don't know, and I don't want to let them know where. So we'll discuss that offline, but it's more to protect the agency. For instance, there's some people that work in the CIA. They won't just let them go out. They don't even let them marry. Because for you to marry, you can compromise national security. Because there's some information you may know, the enemy can come through that CIA person or FBI to get information about a country, and terrorists can attack. So those things are very unique. So your agency is a bit unique. I know where you work, others don't know. So it has to do with the agency, not with life. So you are unique and you're peculiar. Unfortunately, we have to beg your top man to allow you to marry the woman. Everybody, thank you very much. It's been wonderful. I miss you all. I wish we could do this every week for the next couple of days or weeks while the lockdown is on. Let's get hundreds of people to join. I'm sure they'll be blessed with the wisdom I will be sharing. Maybe next time my wife and I will join so she can answer some questions. I can answer some questions. It'll be very interesting. But I love you all. God loves you more. Keep yourselves safe. Wear face mask. Wash your hands. Use hand sanitizers. I'll see you again when next we meet. Thank you, everybody. God bless you. I'm leaving the meeting now so that Sandra can coordinate others. Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. We had an amazing time today. So the next time we're having this is going to be in 2 weeks' time. In 2 weeks' time, we'll be sharing the topic. It's going to be as exciting as this. So we would encourage you to please get as many people as possible to join us. Today has been very amazing. I'm so happy to see all of you. And who's going to lead us in closing prayers now? Chiamaka, can you please lead us in closing prayers? Vale, please unmute Chiamaka so that she can lead us in closing prayers, please.
Okay, it has been an amazing time. So please, before we do the closing prayer, I want to make a shout out to all the 412 guys. For the new guys, don't be jealous. But for Toby, Sebi, Caleb, Femi, I'm seeing all of you. We miss you guys. So we are doing it in the next 2 weeks because
thank you for all the first timers.
For the first timers, we are clapping for you. You're welcome to forward. So this is what we gain every Monday. But right now we're trying to plan and make it better. So it's going to be in the next 2 weeks Monday. We're going to share the link. So please do well to invite other people. So we're going to pray, then we'll close. In Jesus' name.
Amen.
In the mighty name of Jesus. So dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for an amazing time, for a time with you this evening, Lord. We'll give your glory, we'll give your honor in the name of Jesus. Father, we thank you for the knowledge you've gained here, Lord, today. Father, we pray that we'll put it into use in the name of Jesus.